Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play of Star Trek Online. I'm your host, the Crimson Phoenix, and doing this alone because I found out that they actually did fix the Installation 18 mission where, Starfleet officers and Klingons can't go in here without a Romulan. And I know it's been a couple of weeks since my last Let's Play, and I've had a rough couple of weeks, but found the time, so I'm going to be doing this. Luckily though, in this, not only am I going to be introducing Installation 18 and finishing off this story arc, but I'm going to be showing y'all the new Season 9.5. Now, 9.5, there is quite a bit of changes in here. And we're going to start off with a new thing that they got in here. So they did change in the duty officer sets. They got everything changed in here. So we got they redesigned the duty officer thing. Now they also done a few other things to this area here in the duty officer tab. And if you give me just a moment here, let me clear all this. If you remember, the R&D thing used to be over here. They moved the R&D to here because now everyone can craft without having to go to places like Memory Alpha, and without having to go to places like Kronos or New Romulus. Now everything is tiered. There's different levels of researching schools you can go through. Now, of course, you do have to get the materials, and honestly, getting those materials is gonna be just a little bit of a pain. But let me go ahead and show you with each tier. When you get to a higher level tier, which the max level on these I believe is going to be 15, there are special items that you can get at level 15 in each school. Like projectiles, you got the particle emission plasma torpedo launcher. Not sure what that does, but we're gonna look that up later. Hopefully when we get there. Now, in science, engineering, and shields, I can show you this. This is a space set. It's called the Aegis set. Now, the Aegis set, it has it's pretty much a tanking build. It's a pretty good shield system. You can, of course, only use this, I believe, at level 10, or level 50. Or at least around level 45 or something around the Rear Admiral level. Now, there's three parts of it, of course. There's the shield, there's the deflector, and of course in engineering, we got the impulse engine. So, we got all that. Engineering also has a few other things, like for example, the engineering console conduction. And we can also craft engineering consoles, which from here, it's a mix between, the hull armors and everything else. And also, you can choose what mark you can make them. Now, of course, from here, you can only go up to level 10. Now, for stuff like projectiles and as well as cannons and beams, each weapon, like the mine launcher, the torpedo launcher, depending on what you get on here, if you see where it has the rarities of the completions, you got very rare, you got rare, uncommon, and common. With the more chances you get with either the uncommon, the rare, or the very rare, depends on what buffs you get for that specific item. Right now, for this one, it's probably going to be either one buff or no buffs for photon torpedo launcher and such. Now, there's also other things like the beams. In beams, we can get a special beam array. This right here is called the omnidirectional beam array. Now, they first introduced this when bringing out a one of the a carrier. I forgot the name of the carrier, but it's an Iconian carrier. Yeah, little spoilers there. But it's a beam array that, with the omnidirectional, it's 360 degrees in its in its arc. So what you see here, arc, beam array perimeters. Basically, that thing is full 360 degrees. And of course, they have it for all of the beam times, which I like. They got it for anti-proton, disruptor, phaser, etc. I'm thinking, and of course the icon changes, which is pretty cool for which one you choose. I'm thinking later. I'm thinking if I was to get to the to that tier of level 15, I probably would be going for phaser just for the Federation ships or something. Cannons, they also do have the same thing. They have an arc dual heavy cannon, which, you know, again, you can go between, you know, any one of these. The only thing you do is, you know, max level of Mark 12. And the rarities for these weapons also change. You got the very rare and the ultra rare. Ultra rare, it's pretty much 4 different buffs, and that's what it probably would look like. As for what those buffs would be, nobody would know. But yeah, I think it's a 90. But that thing is a 90-degree arc. Dual heavy cannons. Dual heavy cannons. They don't even have that kind of an arc. Now they also got something for the ground weapons too. Now, for some people who already has this weapon, the TR-116 was a promotional item that was given out to some players. I forgot if it was Amazon or Walmart for those who pre-ordered the game through one of those companies. But whichever one it was, you know, the free item you got in was the TR-116 sniper rifle. Now in here, now they got the TR-116B, which is pretty much going to be the same thing as the original TR-116. Except for you know, it's gonna be a lot more bad. I wouldn't say a lot more badass, but just as badass, because you don't see it very often. But there are a few people, you know, on Star Trek Online where they have the TR-116. Now that's pretty much everything here. Oh, and also they got the for here in science, they got the exotic particle field exciter that does, you know, all that. Max shield capacity. Ooh, you know, I might get that later on. Anyway, they have all that. Shields, you know, you can go between personal shields and everything. Engineering, ground armor. You can also make your singularity cores for Romulans. And for the warp cores and singularity cores, you can choose between, you know, all 5 types. You know, field stabilizing, hyper injection, overcharge, plasma integrated, and Thoron infused. And for warp cores, I think it's pretty much the same, pretty much similar. Oh yeah, deuterium stabilized, field stabilizing, hyper injection, overcharge, and the plasma integration. Or plasma integrated, I'm sorry. And pretty much, you know, same thing, you know, with the rarities and everything. Now, warp cores, you know, when it comes to the rarities, the higher the rarity, the more better that warp core is and such. So that's pretty much, you know, all we got here. And you know, with all these, you can choose between beams and a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's go ahead and start one up with beam. Let's go with let's start with an anti-proton. No, I did not want that level. Yeah, as you can see, we need, you know, certain things to be able to make these weapons. Let me just go ahead and take care of that. Let's go down here. Let's start with a stun pistol. Can I at least make... Yeah, hang on. Cancel. Let's go with a, where is it? Compression pistol, there we go. And there's some randoms there. No Romulans. Let's go with a anti-proton. Let's see, can I do this? Yes. Alright. And for this there are only certain types of officers that could you know, do all this for us. Right now what we would use is the assault squad officer. So we're gonna start that. 5 minutes. That's gonna be completed. While that's done going, let's go ahead and start installation 18. Alright, here we are. So we start off in a bit of an elevator here. Let's see, when you get inside, find out. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot more to this. Let's go ahead and activate this elevator. Good idea not to fall off, and if the Taoxian were watching, they'd probably drop us dead. Oh, there you go. Go ahead and throw a grenade out. That was weird. Ah! Good idea to shut those off, because if you're unlucky, then it's gonna be more Romulans coming your way. Okay. Now we got the full alarm gas. Now I do also you know, show you this. They with the inventory system, they actually changed it as well. They added in an R&D inventory slot, so this way, you know, everything that, you know, R&D goes in here, so this way this area is not getting so cluttered up, thankfully. Alright, and you know, I'm actually gonna discard that. I probably should have cleaned this a while ago. Overriding mainframe. Okay, yeah, so this is where we're gonna be seeing quite a bit here. Okay, let's use the security console and look inside. It's empty.
The test subjects are reacting well to the indoctrination procedures.
Indoctrination, that's usually never a good sign.
We had a few casualties, as we expected. But those that survived should be able to start phase 3 by the end of the week.
Oh. Ah. Those alarms are gonna go off quite a bit. Ooh, hey. It's already done. It's a regular. It's gonna be okay. Probably. Where is it? Right there. Okay, probably not gonna be using it.
Proceed carefully. This patient hasn't responded well to the treatments. Watch those levels. It's going critical.
Well, that's ugly. Time to press forward and go on. And yeah, that was quite an ugly little bugger. Not even sure whether to call him a bugger or not. Okay. This is where I'm a little skeptical. I mean, I'm heard this part is fixed, but we're gonna find that out pretty soon here. Disabling the alarm. Different pieces of technology in here. Okay. Let's see. Come in. Not. Okay. This is a person that I'm wondering about. Let's see. Wait, let's get you out of here. Okay, they did fix it. Okay, yeah, because before she would be looking for a brother, which you know, it's gonna be a later time show. Okay. So show there was a Tashir attacking my colony. Okay. What is madness? Madness. This ain't Sparta, I can tell you that much. Oh boy. More Romulans. That roll or that sliding, wow. That alarm. That everything. There's the alarm again. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. So different things here. Let's see, status update. See, change access rights. Let's see, password E. One. Okay, hang on. So let's see. That'll be Epsilon 13 337 3. Okay. Open for editing. Make changes. Okay. Sending message. New life signs day ahead, and then not anything we've seen before. That's just species known as the Alachi. Ooh boy. They've been attacking the match, and then with the Tasha. Detaining one, indeed. Let's go ahead and try that. It's gonna be right over, and yeah, that is an Alachi there. And oh my God, science! I only say science because it's Centurion scientists. I hate those Centurion scientists. Now the Alachi are gonna, when it comes to ground and space combat, this is gonna be quite an interesting experience, I think, for some people. Okay, yeah, never mind. I was a scientist. It was the commander that I was having that issue with. Ooh! Blue item. Tetrion dual pistols! Okay. Activating stasis field. You'll answer our questions. So it's something simple. Who... Oh, wow. Rather than answer our question, do that. I tell you, our fleet. This is gonna be interesting. Time for a new bit of space combat. In another space combat we go, so being hailed by the flagship of the Telshar fleet.
Who are you? Will you be missed by anyone after I remove you from this universe?
That's a threat. If we have our new friend's commander, it's Pirate's Hair. Also a weird looking Nausicaan. And Federation Hail. Let's see. And the phones. This will be safer once the Telshar are gone, definitely. Once again.
This fight no longer interests me. Now that you've met my new allies, the Alachi, you understand just how precarious your position is. Run while you can.
I think not. So we got Federation and Pirates fighting here. This is going to be quite intriguing. We got that, and oh, plasma torpedoes, yeah, hate those heavy plasmas. Especially with the plasma damage, so let's just fire everything. And if you're wondering what's going on there, I think I might have mentioned this before, but every time a Romulan ship gets destroyed, the Singularity Core pretty much blows up. Ooh! That ship got hit hard. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. Now, before we do go here, go out of here, I mean, I see those gases. Those are going to be good for when it comes to R&D. So let's go ahead and collect them. Now, I know before I hadn't really did much collecting. However, in this case, you know, because of how they changed everything, it's going to be a really good idea to collect on every bit of gas that you find. Because for all you know, you may be able to, you know, really get into those tiers. Quickest way that I learned before being down to go into to raise your level in here. If you go all the way down to the bottom here, you'll see research project. Each one of the schools has them. You have to get a certain, you of course have to get a certain material in order to go through with it. That is, these are worth at least 6,000 a piece, if not more, depending on if you get a critical. So definitely a good idea to collect and collect and collect. And now we get to talk back to Mr. Jones.
Hey there, friend.
You heard the news. Something major went down at the satellite, right? Sure, boss man showed up in response. Is that true? You were about to tell Shark coming here anymore. Easy. Huh. Enjoy your winnings. Hail ally contact, which is of course Franklin Drake. Didn't tell you were bad, but mind control, alien experiments. Yep. And that once we collect this,
Congratulations, Commander.
almost brings us to our next level. From here, we get really good rewards. We get the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call, which pretty much brings in pirates to help us. Now we got this one last mission. Well, how much more XP do we need? About 2,000. This was going to be pretty much our introduction to the Romulan story arc, which started off with heading out in the Romulan mysteries. We're going to be going into that later, but not today. I think this is pretty good enough here. So y'all enjoy, and do again, when it comes to the crafting, collect every bit of technology that you can. Why is this here? And yeah, if they go, if anything goes in here, you can just pretty much drag and click and drag them over to the R&D, and pretty much puts them right there. Also, if you have the Zen, you can also get stuff like the Research Development Pack Bundle. This comes with a 4-pack, or you can go into items. That's just the pack, and you can also just get the single pack, which let me buy just like 2 since I got the Zen, so that way you can kind of see what all they bring out. So I got those 2. Uranium, Verteron Particles, Z Particle, Terrarium K. We also got, and this also of course comes with other different items, crafting items such as the Industrial Replicator Supplies, Quantum Field Focus, Ejection System, and as well as catalysts in the skill rating. So let me also do this. More uraniums, all the way down to Dentarium, and a few other things. Ooh, warp field regulators, nice. For these, I usually try to pull them over here, so for those catalysts, because here's kind of what they do. Let me go in. That's not it. So let me kind of show you, because I believe I got the okay, yeah, I do. So recommend, of course, for skill level 40. Not going to get into that, but anyway, so we already got a few officers that can do this one. It's automatically 100% success. We earn 6,000 ground weapons experience, which I'm going to actually, I'm actually gonna do this one for the Project Beam technology. And I'm not gonna worry about the catalyst, because the catalyst, if you go here where you see the skills, right now we're at skill level 0. If you do the catalyst, they add in the skills, doing kind of a little bit of a buff. We don't really need the buff. So in about 20 hours, that 6,000, to be honest, that's actually going to be an instant level 2. So I'm gonna be quite excited for that one. Alright, well, that's all I got to show. I'm your host, the Crimson Phoenix, and I bid y'all a good day.